Sooner Scoop HD.
On the football field as well, too.
What's been your early impressions of your two freshmen, or your freshmen you got in?
Athletes. Gentry Williams is Booker T, as he calls himself. Gentry's been awesome. Really smart, understands his team. Great, like I said, great FBI, but his top-end speed is elite. And the biggest things he's working is just his transitional movements and understanding the big picture. And he's been coming along. And Jaden Rowe is just, a giant human being who runs extremely fast, and his work ethic and his size and his mentality and his ability to learn and ask questions has been really good. I think those kids both have great futures going ahead. And once again, it's open in competition. Those guys win the job, they win the job. One thing about Coach V and all of us top down is best man's going to play. So I don't care who you are. You could be, Deion Sanders to whoever. You get beat, and you got to look at a man in his eye. You got to respect it. So if those guys take the job, they take the job. And I know they're both hungry.
Jay, you can't, by rule, talk about recruiting.
Oh, yeah.
You can talk about
Thank you.
recruiting momentum maybe and things like that. The big summer that you guys had as a first-year staff.
Yeah.
How important that is for a first-year staff to get things going, establish the culture.
It's huge. I think the culture is everything, and like I said before too, all culture is it's a tribe, right? It's personification of a tribe. It's culture in the flesh, and when they come here, they feel us. My favorite quote, Dr. Maya Angelou: "People remember what you say, what you do is how you make them feel." All right, they're going places. Is, hey, how you doing, buddy? Okay, see you later. All right, and that's not how we are. We're not recruiting these guys. It's all about relationships, and I think the parents feel it in the big picture perspective of how we talk and how we articulate ourselves and the message that we're preaching. Because remember, it's holistic. It's holistic values and holistic mindset, and they're more than a football player, but they're going to be a damn sure a great football player, at least with the whole mindset, mentality, and disposition. So top down, getting a degree. Tools for life, enjoying the process, and once again, winning on the football field. Those are big things we're pushing, and guys are loving it, and it's real. It's authentic.
The 23s, get back and talk to the 24s and the 25s.
Yeah, we got to Bob Ross it all for them. Paint the picture for everybody. Black Bob Ross. You got to do it all for them and paint the picture for these guys to show who we really are, and just once again, just pour it out. I think the biggest thing in life, a lot of people act like facades or they're fakes. It's just like, hey, how you doing, buddy? Fine, how are you? Like, why am I talking like that? That's not like I remember Dave Chappelle said that one time. I'm talking like that, Like you gotta be yourself when you're talking to somebody. So once again, if you articulate yourself and be real with people can really feel it, and you show who you are and you show your cards. Why hide them?
From recruiting to the locker room, even over the spring, it seems like the level of buy-in has been almost immediate.
Yeah.
Whether whoever you talk to around here, not that was surprising, but was it almost? Were there moments like this is happening quicker than maybe we thought it would come?
Yeah, total buy-in is sure. What it is. But I think the locker room's been big, but I think the whole entire Oklahoma community's been big. The fan base, former players, top-down weight room, Schmitty season as we call it, to the equipment room, to the training room. It's been, once again, top-down. Pyramid, everybody's locked in and loaded to what we believe, and it's been tremendous to see guys follow what Coach V really preaches and what he believes, and that's the reason I'm here too, because I believe it, and it's not half in, half out. It's not double dutch or anything like that. We're all in, and that mindset of really pushing like that is to me is what made this place really elite and bringing everybody together as one.
It seems like your group specifically a good collection of really young talent.
Yep.
But there's a lot of veteran guys in that group too.
Oh yeah, it's constant competition, man.
Sure.
You're hungry, you're starving, you're malnourished. Have a malnourished mindset. Who's going to eat? You got to scrap, right? Got to scrape the plate every single thing you do, and your mindset, your mentality, your disposition, but your work ethic, man. Right? What you do in the dark comes to light. So if you're working hard, putting extra work in, whether it's hip mobility, whether it's footwork, whether it's watching film, whether it's going over your plays, all those things come together. And once again, best man's going to play, best man's going to win. But once again, we're a tribe. And as I stated before, man, a tribe is a personification of culture, right? It's culture in the flesh. And that's who we are on that football field. And we want to be the reason why. We want to be a litmus test on this team. I think these guys are tired of, the last couple of years being the butt. Hey, Oklahoma's offense is good, man. They can win that butt. You know how disrespectful it is to be the butt.
Sure.
you know how much you got to take that to heart. You know what I mean? Like you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you're being the butt of the team. You're like, you're not even in the sentence. You're the reason why they've been losing. That's the mindset these guys have right now. A chip on their shoulder, which I love. Because when it comes down to that, it's me and mine versus you and yours, and that mindset, that mentality, that disposition is what's going to make them special as a whole defense. But I know we're preaching that in the back end with me.
Is there a certain simplicity in just blank slate for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys had that during the spring, then obviously in this camp.
Oh yeah, just like God, just like everything else, blank slate. It is what it is. You know, it's clean slate. Best man wins. And let your play talk. I always say, you want to play, all I got to do is press play. Press play is going to represent everything. You press play and you see who's making plays, guess what? That's who's going to play. If we got 2 guys who can play, we're going to play 2. If we got 4, we're going to play 4. If we got 6, we're going to play 6. Yeah. And guys got to earn it, man. I think things in life nowadays and just in general, just society, enabling everybody, everybody gets a first place. No, I'm taking it back to the 80s and the 90s. Nickelodeon, taking it back where the mindset is you got to earn it, man. You got to earn what you get in life, and it just is what it is. And I think these guys are really bought into it, and they're really listening to their why on a daily basis and going to that place. You got to go to that place, and passion is willing to go to that place and going to that deep water. And those guys, they can swim with deep water right now, so I'm loving it.
You mentioned that motivation, though. Has it made your job easier? Not that you're not working, but has it made your job easier to go out there and coach these guys because they are motivated to not be the butt?
Oh, yeah, but I'm digging to find that motivation on a daily basis, right? And, I think it's easier once you find their why. And once again, you can put things on the wall, all kind of motivation terms. If you don't understand the motives behind the motivation, what are we talking about? Those are just words. Just words. They got to hit. They got to hit your soul. Almost like, we've all been in church before, and you're there. Right, but the pastor ain't hitting your chest. You're just like, when it hits your chest, you can feel it, right? And so with our guys, the biggest thing is understanding their why and getting that feel. And once again, those guys have been pushing, and that passion coming out their chest has been really, really elite. So once again, I can't wait to get going. Right now, talking to y'all is like a pre-workout right now. I'm ready to go right now too. I could drink about 3 monsters. So you got to be you, and I can't wait to get on the field with these guys.
Coach, it's the first time I've ever heard Bob Ross and Dave Chappelle in the same interview, so I appreciate that.
Both great. Both greatness. Both greatness. They be a great together, Or Dave Chappelle has Bob Ross. So
there you go.
I've been really good.
I wanted to ask you, I've asked some of the other coaches, do you have a favorite fall camp memory, something that really stands out, either as a player or a coach?
Yes, probably. Yes, inside drill at Wisconsin. Kevin Zeitler was pulling. And I flat-foot read it, and I came downhill, and I flipped him over his back, and the whole line tried to fight me. And then I said, just bring it, and we all just started fighting on the field because I wanted to send a message, And once again, like I'm telling my guys, create a history of violence. That's all I cared about, a lot of things in college. You have a great college career. I had a pretty solid college career. I didn't care about nothing besides the Herbie for hardest hitter in the country. That's all I cared. I lost to Ronald Lewis that year, who came here. But that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to send a message. But once again, I think playing with that mindset and that violence on the football field, this is the game we love. 7-on-7 is cool, but it ain't football. I know that much. So you took me to another place. Let me snap back. Let me go back. Went back to Wisconsin, right, Mike? I see you, Mike. I went back to, but just those memories and they really hit your heart and your chest. I think one thing all these guys got to understand is too, those memories mean everything. After football's over, 10 years from now, you can be sitting at home thinking about those memories. They really feed at you. So I want to make sure these guys have some lasting memories as we go forward this season as well too.
Seems like those moments, just as a football guy, are that kind of what you live for, especially during preseason camp, mixing it up, the dust-ups, because it means that they care. There is a level, like you see those clips online, it's like, people get angry outside of the space, but it's different for being inside the locker room.
100%. I think one thing you just got to leave the football stuff on the field, and when you come into the locker room, it's still us. And that's why I love when Coach V, after every practice, we all hug it up and dap it up, and we're good. But on that football field, let's go. It's got to be a let's go mentality because practice happens to equal game reality, and when you do that on a consistent basis, you will play the way you want to play. You got to have dominant practice habits, whether I'm taking on a block, whether it's a PBU, football's game of inches, you got to have that mindset in everything you do. And so, when guys iron sharpens iron and B. Will's going at Woody and Farouk's going at, JD, I love it. And we're doing W drill and Farouk puts somebody on there, well, get up. Get up. And I love to have that mindset and fighting but it's a great mindset to have, and that's what makes us strong here too.
Sooner Scoop HD.